Hey guys, welcome to Outlaw Edge Blade Works. So I have this old anvil that I built this wood or log stump for. Rounded the edges, mounted it with some bolts and whatever. But I found these old rivets. These are like steel rivets that they would use like in metal fabrication or trains or bridges or whatever back in the old days. And I've used them before in some really cool stuff. And in one of my buddy's houses, I built a really neat lamp setup that goes up on his ceiling, pulled his lights and made it look all old and everything, and uses some of those rivets. So they just have a really neat nostalgic look to them. But I'm gonna take some of this flat strap, and this is just regular steel. It's not, you know, hardened or nothing like that. So I'm gonna drill some holes in it, and I'm gonna wrap it around here. And I've already got all my marks laid out on this log, and I want to do that because it'll start splitting if not as it dries out a little bit more. But I want somewhere where I can weld my some mounts so I can hang some hammers, and so I'll go ahead and get this put on there, and then I'll show you what I'm doing. So what I did now is I just cold rolled this, or cold bent this, and I have a hole in here just for a pilot hole, and I started a hole right here as a pilot hole in the log. And then I took my bigger drill bit, or the medium drill bit, and I drilled pretty far in there so that these going about this far, and then the rest of the way I'll hammer them in. That way they're stuck in this log. And then I took my bigger drill bit, it's just like 2 sizes bigger, and I drilled maybe 3/8 of an inch right here. That way I won't have problems trying to start these. They're already started, and then when I hammer them in, they'll be ready to go. They'll just go straight in the hole. And then I'll go ahead and get this set up like that, get it started in the hole, get the rivets in there, and I'll just keep bending this around, pulling it tight. And I might have to figure out something with some bolts or whatever to tighten this, and I'll show you that when I get to it. So you can see how it looks with the old style rivets in it with this strap. And I'll take and peen this really good, and then weld my brackets on here so I can hang some hammers like this. Should be pretty cool. And then I got my lines already marked out here all the way across. I measured 2 inches down, so I'm gonna just keep banging on this, getting it bent and soften it up to where I want it so it pulls up against this log. And then every 7 inches or whatever it is, I'll start drilling a hole and put another rivet in there, and I'm just beating these into the wood, and they're really, really tight. And they got a really neat look and effect on them. They look vintage, which is what I like. Just something goofing off. It's a Saturday morning, it's nice, and just gonna relax today and kick back and do some little projects that I've been waiting to work on. So I got this put around here, and I got the rivets in it. Turned out pretty cool. And I didn't want it all straight and pretty and perfect. I wanted it old vintage style looking, you know. And then I welded it right there, and then got the rest of the rivets put in. Really like the way it turned out. It looks old school. Looks like something made back in the day. And then now I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting my pieces that'll weld right here, the rings, so that the hammers will slip into. I'll film some more in a bit. Well, I'm happy the way it turned out. I could weld some more of these on there if I need later around here. But I welded this, got this all put on there, put the rivets in there. I like how they turned out. And then these are still hot. I just welded them right now. And they're pretty awesome. Nice and easy to grab the hammers. And I roll this thing around. I'm not going to lose them all over the place. And I set it up so that they can move around and not fall out. And I got it set up where a couple of them are smaller, where I can grab my ball peen hammer if I want to keep it in there. Anyways, this was a fun project. Thanks for watching.